Hey creative friends, I'm Robin Randolph and I want to welcome you to Art for Healing and Joy. For this particular art play session, I really didn't have any agenda or anything in my mind other than I took photos of these beautiful sunflowers and I was inspired by the color yellow. And I realized that I never hardly ever use the color yellow when I'm doing art. I'm not particularly drawn to it. So I wanted to give myself a challenge and create something and include the color yellow. I started out using a piece of watercolor paper 12 by 16 and I wanted to divide it into 4 sections. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that I'm a really new artist. I've only been doing art for about 2 months, and I decided to make these videos to kind of chronicle the journey I'm on. And I'm just about ready to start, I think it's starting tomorrow actually, a 3-month course with a fabulous artist named Louise Fletcher, and I'm going to have fun just documenting my progress. Right now for me, it's all about having fun and experimenting, giving myself permission to just play and go with my intuition, and that's why I call the art I'm doing permissive intuitive art. And I had this thought, what would it be like to work with coffee and use that as a color instead of using paint? So I'm going to experiment with that. I'm also going to use these new soft pastels that I just got. And I'll link some of the things I'm using in this particular art piece in the description box for you below. Okay, let the fun begin. I'm basically going to have music on and just let you watch the process, and I'll probably voice over in some of the parts just to share a little bit more of what's going on in my mind and how the process is progressing and maybe some of the things I'm using along the way. Sit back, relax, and join me on this intuitive Art for Healing and Joy play session. And here I'm using a charcoal pencil. And first I'm going to sharpen it up in my new pencil sharpener, which I absolutely love. It's made by AFMAT, and I'll link that for you below. I wanted something that wasn't going to be a battery operated one or electrical. This is super easy to use. You just insert your pencil until it clicks in, and then you reverse the crank when you feel resistance. As I carry on, I'm just in the moment and I'm noticing the thoughts I'm thinking, the way I'm feeling, just going with whatever music I have on, and I'm just enjoying. And I'm noticing some words that are in my mind at the moment, so I'm just writing them. So I'm scribbling just very loosely the way I'm feeling and the things I'm thinking. This is the point in this piece where I'm just getting really loose and going with the flow and just tapping into the intuitive moment and energy that's coming forth, and it's just starting to be so fun. Now I'm using that coffee liquid and just playing around, seeing what that's like, enjoying just how thin that is and how easily I can just wipe it around on the paper, and just deciding if I like that color, and yeah, just playing. And since the coffee brought a lot of liquid to the page, I thought it'd be fun to just roll my paper towel around on it and see what that does to the charcoal. Everything's an experiment, everything's just playtime and fun. Basically, I'm like dancing on the page now. Time to bring in some metallic watercolors. Metallics are probably going to be my signature thing. I can't help but want to use them in everything I do. I love them. And you just saw me activate them with my spray bottle. And I'm feeling this particular purple in this set, and I'm activating that and adding that to this. And as I'm discovering what my style is as an artist, I would say another thing that is so me is wanting to always use gold. And you'll see me use that quite a bit. It's always pretty much in everything I do. This is new for me to use oil pastels, so I'm just going to add some of that in here as well. So here's a perfect example of going with the flow. When I opened that tube up, I got the paint all over my fingers. So hey, why not just use my fingers? Here's a free plate I found at a garage sale in the free box, and I'm just going to use it to put my paint on it. And plates make wonderful palettes. Okay, here comes the one challenge I gave myself, which was to use yellow or incorporate it somehow into this. So here it is, and I want to give you that challenge. Schedule in a little art play date with yourself and challenge yourself to incorporate the color yellow. And if you want to send it to me, I'd love to see it. You can send it to my email, which is info@robinrandolph.com. Here I'm adding in a few more touches of coffee. And my little sponge dabber that I use for doing stenciling is absolutely wonderful, and I'll link that for you below. I've used other things, but nothing works as well as that. And now for some finishing touches. And the great reveal. And when I reveal to you how it turned out, you'll be as surprised as I was to see how the art just sort of forms itself. Here I'm using a Posca pen to do some finishing marks. I'm calling this piece I Spotted a Giraffe, Can you see it? Let me know in the comments below. I love it when you comment, like, and share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for supporting my channel, and thanks so much for watching all the way to the end.